area?
You actually know quite a bit because you rolled a really high history check in your NPC form, but
Yes.
you know that Tieflings were once the ancestors of Tieflings were humans, just like you. Only they were very bad noble people who decided to make deals with devils to to gain power, and their offspring were cursed with fiendish traits like horns and hooves and tails and stuff. And you know that you know Tieflings are very bad news.
Anything with horns and hooves needs to be killed immediately.
I agree, says Tarkus.
And the thing is, you thought they were a myth up until this point when you first encountered the vampire one, and then you see Cintiq has taken off her mask, and that you kind of made the connection initially because the vampire that you fought had a really similar fire mage mask to Cintiq, and you thought that was kind of odd. But when you took off his mask after you decapitated him, you revealed that it had horns and crap. So. So yeah. Yeah. Cintiq's like, here I am.
Rock me like a hurricane.
Yeah.
Just kind of dawned on me, even though I rolled a check for Grungar to understand Cintiq's the same thing as that guy, as far as he understands, she's a vampire to him right now. Because he doesn't really understand what a tiefling is.
Yes.
Great,
well, I'm sure Matthias would have explained it. But.
Well, now she's going to set you on fire and suck your blood.
She's basically Hellspawn.
You do notice,
Yeah,
I did make sure when she did
primal
that,
degree.
she was in sunlight. I kind of did that on purpose too.
Oh, they're the vampires of immediate.
So she's a super vampire.
Yeah.
Well, we're all doomed. Let's just jump out of the window before anything can be
daywalker.
explained.
Oh god, she's a daywalker. Well, Grungar bows down to his new overlords. He quits. Time to move on.
Okay. Well, anyway. So yeah, what does Matthias say?
Let's start off with an insight check. Because now he's questioning every motive she's had up to this point.
Okay, I'm just gonna have a flat DC check here. Roll it.
Depending on how badly he does, he might think she's the psychotic, someone who's psychotic and was using them this entire time.
Or depending how good you roll too. Depends how you look at things.
Dun dun
Yeah,
dun.
that could be a good roll right there. Yeah, just roll your insight and we'll see. Ooh, nice. So yeah, let's see here.
Nice, it's a 5.
Yeah, still a 20. It's not the hard DC. You didn't get the hard DC for your level because the hard DC is a 5. I mean, the hard DC for level 5 is a 22. The hard DC for level 5 is a 22.
Is it 20 also?
No, 22.
Yeah, it's a 20 also. Yeah. Oh yeah, you make it. Yeah, sure. Okay. Oh, actually, did you include the +2 to insight checks from leveling up as guardian?
Yes.
Yeah, that should be automatically included.
Okay.
This is
All
the
right.
play for stats.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. All right. So anyway, well, I mean, she's an Imperial Fire Mage, so that's bad news already. On top of that, you realize that the Imperials have basically hired or done something to these things that you thought were a myth, but they're actually just fiendish people, and are using them as living weapons. And you're pretty sure she's evil.
Well, he knew that. He just wasn't sure if she was Hellspawn or not.
She's not Hellspawn. She's just a descendant of a cursed people.
It's close.
It's close. Yeah, it's close. It's not a Cambion. Cambions are full on devil getting it on with a human the offspring that's a Cambion. So Tieflings are not quite that, hellspawnish.
All right, so the Empire has tieflings apparently. Shit. Can we delete the NPC tokens? I'll just paste over.
Yes, it's on the Vampire's Chamber map. Are you on the Vampire's Chamber map or?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
That's,
All right, let me just delete that. Snap to grid. Boop.
There we go.
I gotta snap you to the grid. Oh. Oh crap! I keep snapping you to the grid at the same time. You're de-snapping yourself here.
All right, we're there.
We're there finally.
So Matthias
Hey,
takes a
hang
little
on.
while. He kind of jumps on and off of the different tiles.
Hey, check this out though.
Sunlight.
Pretty cool, huh? Boop. This is how they killed the vampire with sunlight. They didn't kill him; you
Someone's having
weakened
a
him, but
seizure.
it was pretty effective.
Ugh.
I am neutral. Yay.
See,
It's kind of fun that we can do sort of whatever way we want.
Should we help them or should
Okay.
we not? I'll do thing.
I'm neutral.
well,
we
the noble
just-
apostles are dead. You guys
Try to help.
killed all the noble apostles. Just letting you know.
Thighs is probably
Well,
torn
the
on
noble
thought
apostles
of-
that were in the.
Things. Yeah, I remember I said I would.
He's
Beat
probably
their
torn on the idea of working with something that's strictly evil. He knew she was mostly evil,
Oh, yeah.
but they were getting a lot of good things done. But now it's kind of he's literally working with the devil, with something similar to a devil. Now he's wondering how much good can this truly accomplish.
Running with the devil.
I don't know. Why don't you ask Hemic?
Nick, what's your opinion on this? I think is a great idea.
I think you should let her
Fantastic.
watch over you while you
Until he
sleep.
saw the pool, the well turn black, he thought he could be saved. But now it's like nope.
Yeah.
Already
Okay,
That's a whole lot
retiring
of-
this idea.
Like, well, I'm retiring this character.
Could be worse. Could have a Baron again.
Baron was strictly less evil than Hemic.
Could be worse. We could have a Baron again. You're sticking to that story, aren't you? Yep.
Baron was rather less.
Well, anyway, if you guys actually look when Cintiq does open the curtains, though, you look outside, you realize this is part of a large castle. It looks like Imperial construction that's been built over Dwarven construction, but most of the castle is on fire.
Sweet.
Guys, maybe we'll have this talk of morality later. We should probably clear out.
Yeah.
Matthias is the first to leave.
Matthias, as you're going up there as you're going up there, are you trying to go back to the mirror room? Actually, you weren't here for
I'm
the
assuming
mirror.
this is the way out.
Yeah, that's the way to the mirror room where
That
you got
goes
in.
to mirror.
Yeah, that's our way out.
That is our presumed way out.
How about this?
Not our
I'll send
actual.
Grungar up there so it makes sense.
Okay, well, I mean, Matthias would know this, that the mirror room
Okay.
was up there. It's just Bryant doesn't know this because he didn't see this map last week. This is a nice map though. I'm really proud of this map.
Yeah,
I should probably put these up for like download. Because they're pretty fun.
I can steal them.
Yeah, they're not like they're not like some like they're not like the best, but they have a really good interactive quality to them. Like, I mean, if you want to go with like really good maps, go with like those the Genie maps, which they actually use actual 3D models. Yeah. But anyway, as you're going up, There's not. You guys can just go into the room. There's nothing in there like dangerous or nothing. I'm just gonna say that right now. But as you do go to the mirror, though, are you gonna try to go through the mirror?
Yeah, why not?
It's not a
Bonk.
trap. It's not a
No.
trap.
Put my
In
hands
fact,
through
in
it.
fact, all right, Grungar, you try to put your hand up to it, and you put it with a little too much force, and it actually breaks. You
It was a trap.
you just
now you're
shattered a
got
mirror.
bad luck.
It's like this was like a one-way deal. You just crunched.
Oh,
Yeah, you just feel a crunch as you push into the mirror, like because the other side you could just reach right through, but yeah, as you push it, it just.
I meant to do that.
Grungar, it breaks. Grungar stands around. Did I do that?
Grungard
It's not even
doesn't think
more of a
we can
dark thing.
go back that way.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. There are kind of because these are floor windows. There is kind of a balcony. You might be able to climb out.
How far
This portion
down
of the
is-
castle is not on fire.
To the windows.
Looks like
Well, there are curtains we
it
can
looks like about
tie up to.
yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. It's about 40 feet to the ground from here.
Grungard tears all the curtains off the walls and starts trying to fashion a rope out of them.
Okay, well, let's see here. Let me look at the curtains because these are pretty tall curtains. They're like 10-foot tall curtains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay.
Bluff check.
Yeah. Okay. You could make a if you wanna make a rope ladder at it or a rope a curtain rope out of this. You're gonna need a dungeoneering check.
Grungar hands it over to Hemik.
Oh,
Oof.
but they'll do so much better.
Uh,
Ooh, that's decent.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, I guess everybody on their way down will need to roll, like, even if you're not trained in acrobatics, if you're trying to get out the window, you will need to roll a moderate DC acrobatics check.
Acrobatics or athletics to climb?
Well, it's
Could be
let's see
either.
here. Well, climbing is athletics, so it's a pretty the athletics check is a little bit harder than the acrobatics check is the thing.
so you.
Oh, it
The
is
I guess
climbing down,
yeah.
You've got lots of
Yeah,
handhelds
the
that's
athletics
climbing down.
DC is going to be 15. The acrobatics check is going to be a 10, and everybody's going to have to roll both. So,
Okay.
number 1, Grungar, roll in athletics, and then roll in acrobatics.
Okay, first off is athletics, right? Boom.
Yep.
Acrobatics. I auto make this because I have a +10.
Okay. All right. So Grungar is down first to the ground. All right. Next up is going to be Tarkus. You're next.
So I will also be ready to actively catch the first person to fall.
Yeah, I
Okay.
just did
Tarkus makes it. He just made
Only
it.
be Cintiq.
Problem. Or
Nope, it's
Matthias.
Okay, you make it. Okay. Next up is Matthias. First roll an athletics check and then roll an acrobatics check.
I didn't drown in the lake. Wait.
I think his...
Remember, you don't need your shield
Oh!
equipped for this. So. Oh well.
Mm,
Roll
Okay.
12 anyway.
That's the
mm.
athletics check.
Okay, you made it.
With nat 20.
It's DC 15. It's a DC 15 athletics, DC 10 acrobatics because you're trying to be kind of nimble about it too because this thing wasn't very well tied together. I'm sorry, Hemik, your dungeoneering check wasn't that
no,
great.
I rolled a 9 on them. I don't have any
Okay.
wisdom.
But next up is White Wizard. Athletics check and then acrobatics check.
Still better than most of our party. I roll a 9,
No,
you
I
get a
can do
12.
this. I have
Of course.
Oh, snap. Okay. Hang on.
The athletics.
Roll an okay. Okay. All right. I will say this: you're not going to fall the full 40 feet because of that acrobatics check. You're only going to fall. Are you trained in acrobatics by any chance?
Nope, training neither.
Okay, so you're going to take 2d10 points of falling damage.
Ooh.
Wasn't Grungar actively trying to catch people?
Oof.
Okay, Grungar, roll an athletics check and divide the result by 2. He doesn't take any damage. You catch him.
Grungar catches the White Wizard gingerly in his big, strong arms.
Oh my!
Hero.
Grungar was the champion of the egg
All right,
toss
so-
back in the Scourge.
I put him down. I get ready
All right,
for
so
Cintiq.
Hemik, have you gone yet? Okay, Cintiq. I guess Cintiq goes next. Cintiq, roll an athletics check and then an acrobatics check.
Can I just like extend rest up there so I can get feather falls? Okay.
Just extended rest.
No. Oh, extended
Well,
res.
You would be fine because you wouldn't
Oh,
be hurt by the
okay.
fire.
And then
Okay,
acrobatics.
you missed it.
Yeah.
Oh crap! You're gonna
Cintiq
fall
could
the
take an
full 40.
extended rest up there. I mean,
You know, you guys would be. Well,
worst
it's
case
kind of.
scenario is she burns. I mean, she doesn't do that.
All right. So yeah, you. Okay, so you only take 5 damage. Yeah, you take 5 damage because
too bad.
athletics check divided by 2 is 14. So you take 5 damage from that. And Grungar and you both fall prone, but it doesn't really matter.
Well, I was gonna give myself 5 because it just feels unfair. I could do it for like 2 people in a row. So anything over, I would assume it's like she crashed into me. It's like, ow!
All right. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That does make sense because that's a fall of 40 feet, and you know it's even though she's not big, like that's like 90 pounds. That's like a 90-pound weight landing on you.
One of her
40 feet
horns
up.
catches you in the eye.
Okay. So
She
last
should've kept
person
that
is
mask on.
Hemik. So roll your athletics check and then roll your acrobatics check.
And
Okay.
I don't think I can fail that one.
All right, everybody's down. You guys are out of there, and you notice the entire city is on fire.
Shall we start hauling ass for the leave?
He makes like this. Is this another forest situation?
It's not y'all's fault
Did you
this
guys
time.
do it again?
Well,
This time I
Grungar-
swear we were innocent.
this
That's what we
time
said
wasn't our
last
fault.
time.
All right.
This time
I think I'm
wasn't
gonna
our
cut it
fault
down.
directly.
All right, I'm gonna actually cut this down to 1 encounter just so we could, you know. I think that'll be nice. Just to have one actual fighting encounter. I'm gonna skip the map that I'll use the really cool map for like another session because it's not that important.
Mhm.
It's not that important story wise. But we're gonna do mainly. I think we're gonna do mainly skill challenges and then one nice fight. That sound good to you guys?
Sure.
Makes sense
Sure.
considering what we went
Last
through
session
last.
was lots of fights.
Yeah, that was. Yeah,
As
and
we
and,
head
you know,
off.
it'll be a little quick. Yeah, as you guys head off, you guys are you guys come across the gates that initially you remember those 2 ogres were trying to pound down, and you guys went around. You guys circumvented that and went to that vampire cave. But
Yes.
you pass by that. The gates are broken down, and the ogres are actually headless. Looks like someone decapitated them.
Whoa.
I guess to keep them from turning into zombies.
Oh, before we meet anyone, Cintiq will reaffix her mask and put the hood back up.
All right. Okay. You guys are making it through this town, and down comes a plume of. It looks like in the background you hear a crack, a pretty loud crack and an explosion, and you see the entire castle just start imploding on itself, and it causes a quasi pyroclastic flow to just douse everything in this really thick ash. So you guys are going to start needing to roll endurance checks. Number 1, well, actually, we're gonna do, everybody roll an endurance check. It's not that hard. It's not a hard endurance check. It's a DC 15 again. Oh crap. Okay.
I'm gonna get this all over my skull.
It's a hard
that's
check
a
when you're
3,
not
so-
trained.
Ah.
All right. Anybody
Do
who
I get a
didn't-
+1 from having that scarf around my face?
No.
How much HP did the toughness feat give? I think I forgot to put it on
5.
here.
5.
Five.
It's fine.
Alright. So it should be.
Yeah. Okay, but endurance. As far as endurance checks go, if you had lower than 15, you lose a healing surge. If you don't have any healing surges remaining, you take damage equal to your healing surge value.
How many surges did I spend last session?
Well, that's my last healing search for today.
Oh shucks.
You run out of
Sorry.
those a lot.
Yes, yes, I do.
I think it's mainly
It's
due
not
to not
have
having
very
that
many.
many to begin with.
Okay.
I have
Well,
6, and I'm usually up in a close
Yeah,
combat,
does
but
suck.
I don't really have the
You don't have the-
tankiness for it most of the time.
Yeah, you don't really have
That's
either
way
It's
the
too
it's.
bad.
I mean, it's like the time scale right now is you guys were. This was like it was like dawn when you guys exited the building, right? So it's still pretty early in the morning, but you can't tell because everything is like really hard to see. But I guess if you want to roll a perception check to see if you can find your way out. You might be able to roll a streetwise too, but the DC for the streetwise is a little harder because you're like, you know. Okay.
What was the other check? Streetwise and
I am
perception?
not
Yeah,
Perception.
good.
streetwise and perception. Yeah,
I'm not
streetwise
doing
and
good on my
perception.
trained skills. I was trained in endurance and perception.
Ugh.
Not even.
Okay. Well, it's not a hard check. It's kind of a hard check, but you haven't failed it by 5 or more, so it's not like you guys are gonna be hard pressed. You can't find your way out of the city right now, but you do manage to find you can't get out of the city, but you do manage to find a shack that you can hold up in.
This is our new house.
So
This is
the
our-
entire place is on fire.
But if you close your eyes.
Ew, ew, ew.
Well, it wasn't the entire. Okay, I should probably re-say that I kind of screwed up. The entire city isn't on fire. You know, there's parts of it that were
Yeah,
already
I know.
burned out. And
Yeah,
some the rich quarter that you guys invaded is on fire now. So you know.
This is more in character here. Here's good. So the entire place is on fire. No
Oh,
one.
okay. Yeah.
No. There's no one in the city.
Well, I can't promise they're alive anymore. And if they were probably vampires, so I don't really care.
Well, we've learned that vampires and fire is a bad combination, so that's good for us.
Uh-huh. That and
Well, actually, as far as you guys know, like you're pretty sure you killed what vampires were left.
As far as we know,
pretty sure.
yes.
yes.
Yeah, as far as you know.
We also don't know how many.
Then the
if
vampire
any,
part chain beats.
we don't know how many, if any, of the dwarves survived, and figured a lot of the goblins got wiped out.
Well, I mean, you know, if you guys managed to get through the cloud, you know, you're pretty sure other people did, but you're not seeing any signs of anything out there right now. You know, because the ash is so thick, you can't tell what's going on.
I don't know why.
Do we run across anyone in the street?
You don't see anybody, no.
Yikes.
Of course, this was post battle when the vampire came down and started wiping people out, and then there were even after he left, there were some goblins and there were some goblin remnants and stuff like that were fighting. So you know they probably killed each other off in the process. Like I said, you noticed that a couple of the ogres actually had been decapitated. So you think that somebody tried to keep them from turning or something.
So this little house we're holding up in, are we gonna just
It's almost
wait out
like
to...
people don't like the idea of vampire ogres or zombie ogres.
Yeah, no, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, you guys
Zombie
can hold
ogre
up here for
swarm.
the. You guys can hold up here for the day because you know, like what, 6 hours? 6 hours have passed. It's like 8 a.m. So, you know.
Okay.
So by that time, it's like 2 in the afternoon. If you guys take an extended rest.
Hmm.
That sounds good. It'll still be like bright day, but well, at least hopefully the dust cloud and fires will settle themselves somewhat.
Hmm.
We probably won't be
Yeah.
able to get away with
The-
the
the-
loot pile in that time.
Mm.
Well, anyway, during your rest though, for a brief second, you see something actually pass through the walls, just like it looks like some dark figure just phased right through the walls and past you guys, and then nothing, and then that's like the one thing that happens during your rest.
Perception, insight. I don't know how could we have been able to tell what the heck that was.
Oh, I guess with a perception check, you could have seen it kind of better. I guess.
Someone perception.
Someone other than me, perception.
Yay, Tarkus.
Tarkus, you saw it. It was, it was a very wispy, transparent figure of something that looked like it was wearing a black cloak, and it just phased through the walls. That's how you describe it. You guys could roll like religion checks or something if you wanna know any more.
Sure. Bobbity, bobbity
As long
bop.
as it's not
bop.
a kind of black heart, I'm okay.
Yeah.
It's
Okay. Let's see
hell.
here. Tarkus, you know that was a freaking wraith.
Oh god, it was a wraith.
You don't know why it didn't attack you guys. It seemed to have been preoccupied. And the thing is, with that religion check, you also know, Tarkus, wraiths are actually the psychic shadow manifestation of severe trauma, usually associated with mass massacres.
Well,
But
it's a good thing
they're
none of those
fixed. They're fixed. They're usually fixed to a very specific location. This thing's roaming. That's weird.
happened. Okay, well, I'll tell everybody that, and I'll tell everybody that's weird.
Grungar misses the days when all he had to do was smash in the heads of Imperial soldiers. Can we go back to those days?
Yeah.
He doesn't
No.
like supernatural things anymore.
I'm cool with that.
So I'm bored, man. I'm bored with these zombies. Hey, Flash X, how are you?
It's not so much he's bored. He's like, I miss the days where everything was so
Like-
simple.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
you
so
knew
simple.
what Bastion,
Now it's
what
boring. We just
Bastion-
radiant damage everything, and we're good. Okay. So anyway, after you guys rest, the dust actually does clear more, and you don't have to make any more perception checks or endurance checks to find where you're going. That's nice.
Yay. We make our way back to where hopefully Karti is, and if Karti's not, Grungar is going to hunt down every
Okay.
goblin in a 10-mile radius.
Okay. Anyway, as you guys travel back to the place that was the hobgoblin camp, the place is cleared out. But there are some tracks leading off in one direction. Like the loot pile's gone, the tents are gone, your cart's gone.
Grungar starts hunting them down.
Yeah, I will. let's.
I imagine that pause was Grungar going, okay, so that
Perception
there was a
checks,
tent there and it's
yeah,
gone. There was this gone, and then the cart was there and
Okay.
the cart was there and it's gone.
Generally, when tracking it, you need a perception check.
Oh,
But
just
I
love
mean,
how
that's a
Grungar
pretty
crit
good nature
that.
check, so you'll get a bonus. It's a pretty good. Yeah,
okay, so
Yeah,
I assisted
okay.
Tarkus.
yeah. Okay, Tarkus.
I'm like
you guys
sniffing
are
the
able.
ground
You
like
guys
a
are able
dog.
to track this. You guys are able to track this down. There's off in the distance. You see a. It's an old dwarven fort, like the ruins of an old dwarven fort. You actually passed this on your way to the camp. It was really dark at night, but you kind of saw it, and it appears to be like you see some smoke rising out of the top, like it's not like the place is on fire. It's like a campfire, and out front is parked a catapult. And as you're walking by, you notice there's something like it's something in the mud, like way out in front of the place. This is like at least 100 yards away from the camp, like a football field away from the camp. Nobody's noticed you or nothing. But there is it's a zombie that's been bisected. It's still like trying to crawl, but it's crushed underneath a golden chair.
Is it a golden couch?
No, it's not a golden couch.
Okay, so we don't need to worry about.
I guess
the
I don't know. I
images.
guess you guys could roll perception checks on it to check this thing out.
I hate when people leave their golden furniture lying around.
As long as we don't need to worry about demi-liches, then we're fine.
Tarkus, this is interesting. It looks like luxury furniture, and it looks gold, but as you get closer, you realize that it's actually
It's
just gold
pyrite.
leaf, and it's been. No, it's underneath. It's actually lead.
Oh.
Someone crushed a zombie with a lead chair that's been covered in gold leaf. It looks like it, and you realize this is actually very crappy, not real luxury furniture, and you think that the hobgoblins might have taken this away like it was loot and realized what crap it was, and they just used it to kill a zombie and left it. But the thing is, the chair is like it's warped from the impact, like something really slammed down hard on this zombie.
Oh, okay. What a perfectly good zombie to waste a chair on.
I'm just ignoring this cheap imagining this cheap knockoff gold furniture.
Can I make a nature
Wondering
check
what
to
kind
see
of brand name it
if
is.
the creature would have been like ogre size or bigger
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
to get a better idea of
You wanna
how
roll, like, a
big of
nature
thing
check
we're
to
talking
see-
about here?
That might have slammed this.
Yeah.
I don't know. Big. The thing is, you don't. All right. I guess people can roll perception checks if y'all are trying to figure out what did this. Because the impact is ungodly powerful. It's like basically made a crater.
Look for some footprints or something.
Yeah, Tarkus. There's no footprints around. This thing was thrown.
Can I assume it was the catapult?
You're
It was-
pretty sure it was. Yes.
Oh,
It was the
Catapult has been
Parisons.
modified
Good shot.
to
That
throw
was a
furniture.
pretty good. Well, it's a catapult.
Clearly,
It's
this is the
loaded.
best
It's loaded
catapult.
yeah,
anything
it's
in
like
it.
they hit this zombie with a chair from a catapult. That was a good shot.
The Parisons are learning to drop weapons
so-
on their enemies.
God.
They've learned to use
Take-
tools.
Okay.
Where
Do
is
you?
this catapult?
I guess you guys are gonna be going closer to the camp.
Yeah.
Okay. As you guys get closer to the camp, the catapult out front, you realize there are several of these crappy gold leaf chairs sitting around the catapult. You're pretty sure they're using them as ammo. And you let me I'm gonna need a second to properly set up this map.
Okay.
Hang on.
Because I'm already formulating my
So,
plan
give me-
of,
give me
like,
a- give me a
assaulting
moment.
catapult.
Try to
For
come up
this,
with like a
they don't try to
knockoff,
use one on Grungar. 'Cause he has
like a
bad memories of
knockoff
siege
brand
weaponry.
name for these furnitures. Like
Oh,
I don't
It's
know. They're just gold leaf. They're just crappy
Bashly
gold
fur-
leaf
like it's or
furniture
something,
made of
or like what kind like
Bad-
what kind of
bash
bad
leaf furniture.
knockoff name would these furniture brand be?
IKEA.
You know what we should do? We should launch Grungar out of the catapult into the fort.
Load the bugbear! Loading the bugbear! Fire!